Chopped sandwiches are everywhere online, but are they actually worth making? Today we're going to put that to the test and make an Italian deli-style chopped sandwich. It's incredibly easy to make and there really isn't much to it. This right here is everything you need. Like I said, there really isn't much to it. And we also need a little bit of salt, pepper, and some oil. Now with any sort of sandwich, burger, or wrap, the sauce is going to be one of the main things that brings it all together. What I have here is 100 grams or 3.5 ounces of plain mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon or 20 grams of Dijon mustard, 2 teaspoons of red wine vinegar, 1 teaspoon of dried parsley and 1 teaspoon of dried basil. Grate 1 clove on a microplane to create a paste. Add that into the sauce. Season with a little bit of salt and of course some cracked black pepper, 10 cracks worth. Give that all a quick mix around, just make sure all of that's combined. Also, if you don't want to use dried herbs, you are more than welcome to use fresh. I'll have details about that in the description. And then what we're looking for is a nice, beautiful sauce that looks something like that. Before we get chopping with everything else, there is a couple of ingredients that we do need to chop beforehand. It's just going to make things a lot easier. One of those being 1 tomato. All I'm doing is just going to cut this into slices, rotate 90 degrees, and then just roughly chop. You can go one step further and then just go through. Doesn't have to be perfect. None of this is going to be perfect. The whole lot is pretty much roughly chopped. Same as the tomato, we're going to need half of a red onion. Just take off both ends and then peel off that skin. You can save all of the scraps for a stock. Slice it in half lengthways and then just give it a rough chop. Now the last thing is a pickled chili. You don't have to use these if you don't like heat, even though these aren't that hot. They just add a nice little bit of acidity to the dish. And again, just go through and roughly chop. As for the remaining fillings, I've made myself a little charcuterie board here. We have 100 grams of ham, 100 grams of salami, 100 grams of mortadella, and 100 grams of provolone cheese, and that is equal to 3.5 ounces. Now what we're going to do is add everything to a board. So what I have here is 100 grams or 3.5 ounces of washed lettuce. Add over those chopped tomatoes, the chopped onion, the pickled chilies if you're using them, then add the ham, the salami, the mortadella, and the provolone cheese. And all we have to do is go through and just start chopping everything up all together. And you can cut it really any size you prefer. So once you're happy with the size of everything, I don't recommend going too small. I see some of these recipes online where everything is just complete mush. You do still want a bit of texture. Add all of this to a bowl and I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar, add in a pinch of sea salt flakes, and a little bit of cracked black pepper, 10 cracks worth. All we need to do now is mix everything together, make sure the olive oil and vinegar is coating everything to get that nice acidity all over, and you should have something that looks like this. Last but not least is the bread. I'm using 1 sub-style roll here. You can use hoagie rolls or really any sort of bread of your choice. All we need to do is slice this in half. You can leave these fresh or you can toast them, which is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to place these into an oven on the grill or broiler setting, roughly set at about 200 degrees Celsius or 390 degrees Fahrenheit, and then toast these to your liking. You can also do it in a pan with a little bit of butter, but because we're adding the fat from the mayo already, I am going to skip the butter on these ones. When your bread's toasted to your liking, we can then add on that sauce. Just do a generous amount on both top and bottom, and this is enough to serve 2, by the way. Spread that out, make sure every single bite is going to get a bit of that sauce. And then all we need to do is start stacking this all up. Make sure you get a decent amount in there. And like I said, this recipe serves 2. Place on that lid. And then what we've created ourselves is this beautiful deli-style chopped sandwich. It looks incredible, and all of the colors, all of the different textures in there look like they pair really well. All there is left to do is slice this in half. We can have a look what it looks like in the middle, and that looks absolutely beautiful. With all said and done, there is only one thing left to do, and that is we can then dig in. Now I know that these ingredients go together, but trying it is something different. It's a beautiful blend of flavors and textures. It's fresh, it's sweet, it's acidic, it's salty. The onion and tomato really do give that texture, and the mayo just brings it all together. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, along with hitting the bell notification next to it so you never miss when I upload, and thank you for watching.